Hi guys, I hope you're all well. Feeling very bright in my neon top, look like I'm going to a rave, but today I wanted to talk to you about using your authentic voice and using your voice in general. So when we're born, the first thing we do is use our voice, we cry. And I feel like along the way, as society comes into play and people around us and school and everything in life, just general everyday day-to-day life, we forget we have our own voice. We don't have to always listen to what other people say as gospel. We can have our own opinions, our own thoughts, and our own dreams and desires, and with that, using our voice. Our throat chakra is something we need to clear a lot of the time, because a lot of the time we find it hard to speak up, and I think it's super important to do so. So remember the child of you, the child in you, and that child, that baby, used their voice straight away. So remember to use your voice. I feel in these times it's really, really important to remain true to yourself and be honest with yourself and do what you feel is right. So in that way, use your voice in ways you can to, spread positivity, help people in ways that you can. Just do what you feel is right and follow your heart and be your authentic self. Think when we speak out, even if sometimes we have to speak out and it's not like something we want to do, like we have that resistance, know that we're doing it for our highest good, and that sometimes when we say something and we get it off our chest, it makes us feel better, and also could make other people feel better that you've said something. So always be authentic and always use your voice, because it is there as a tool for communicating, and communicating is everything. So if you want to make a change in the world, you need to use your voice. Be honest, be real, and in these times it's super important to spread messages that are going to help people, and it's important to spread messages of your truth and be true to you, and I think that is super important right now. So I kind of just wanted to touch on that and just to remind you to use that voice. You have that voice. I nearly lost my voice. So when I had my accident, I had to have a spinal operation, and I was cut in the front of, what side is my scar? Can't even see it today. It's weird. It's this side. It is this side. So I've got a scar there, I think you can maybe see it a little bit, and I've got quite a big scar at the back of my neck. And before my operation, my mum was told that a risk was that I could lose my voice, because they could cut through the vocal cords, because they have to go in both sides. And so with that being said, I really, especially in the last couple of years, I've really stepped into my power of using my voice and doing what I think is right, saying what I believe is right, and being truly true to myself. And I think that is super important, and it's a really, really great step into loving who you are and loving yourself completely and being authentic. Once you start being authentic and true to you, you've nothing to apologize for, because you are being true to your soul and you're following your alignment. You're in alignment, you're following your soul's desires. Speak up, say what you feel in your heart is true, and you can't go wrong. Some people may not understand, but know that you're doing this for the highest good, and know that you're being true to you. And the most spiritual thing we can be is ourselves. I say it all the time, that being spiritual doesn't have to look a certain way. We can be exactly who we are, and being exactly who we are is the most spiritual thing you can be. You do not have to look and be a certain way. As long as you're true to yourself, you do things from the highest good, and you do things from your heart and your soul, then you are spiritual, and that is the most spiritual thing you can be. It's the most powerful thing you can be, and it's the most freeing thing you can be, is being yourself and saying your truth and standing in your power. And I think especially for women, it's sometimes hard to speak our truth. And over the years and the decades and the centuries and all this, we have been suppressed, and a lot of women have been suppressed. So I feel in this time where we're supposedly all equal, well, we can make ourselves more equal by speaking out and speaking our truth, and using that voice, that tool that we've been given to use in order to do so many miraculous things, to change the world, to communicate with our loved ones, to just spread knowledge. Like, I'm spreading this to you as just a reminder. You know this, your heart and your soul knows this. You know that you have a voice and it needs to be heard. Your voice is as important as anyone else's voice. No one is more important than anyone else, and I think that's a super important thing. Energy is energy, and we are all as worthy of success, love, greatness as each other. It's just up to us to use it in the way that we know that we should, and by using it in the most authentic way is the best way. So if you feel called to do something right now, especially at this time when there's so much chaos, use your voice, stand up for what you believe in. Just be you, because that is being true and that is who you really are. So send in lots of love, use your voice, because you never know, one day you may not have it. I almost didn't have mine, and that thought is awful, but I'm just so grateful that I have it. So show some gratitude for your voice, use it in the way that you can, speak up for what you believe in. If you want to reach out to a friend, reach out to a friend. That is also using your voice. If someone has done something and you may feel you need to say something, because when we keep things inside sometimes, it can build up and become this different energy that is not really what it is, but we create a new energy that isn't really aligning with us. So remember that. Sending you lots of love. I hope you have a good day, and I will speak to you soon.